What's up, Westport? My name is Ansley, and you're watching The Report. Good afternoon. Today is Thursday, October 5th, and we have had a great week so far. Make sure you put all your phones away before class begins because it's not only required by the school, but also mandated by the state. Also, homecoming is just around the corner, and we have some information on that with Ms. Neal. Some may ask, what's the history behind homecoming? Homecoming back then isn't too different from homecoming today. It's a semi-formal dance followed up with the football game. Homecoming first began at colleges as a celebration of the first official game of the football season. In 1910, two students that attended the University of Illinois urged their council to have an annual homecoming. Now that we've covered the history of homecoming, let's go talk about our homecoming with our student council representative.
This year's homecoming theme is an enchanted evening under the sea. Don't think about The Little Mermaid, it's just all things under the sea. All right, so during the summer and the beginning of before school started, the student council class officers did a poll on Instagram asking for suggestions for homecoming themes and dress-up days, and they took the top 3 suggestions and voted on them, and Under the Sea won.
If you are interested in voting on the next student council topic, visit the Westport High School Student Council Instagram posted on the screen. And now back to the interview with Ms. Neal.
I have such positive thoughts about homecoming. Every year it seems to get bigger and bigger, and I just love the dress-up days that we're having this year. Pirates versus Royals, you can dress like a pirate or be a king or a queen for the day. On Tuesday we have Cruise versus Cruise, meaning you can dress like a tourist or like Mrs. Cruise, you know, a cute little dress with some kitten heels. Wednesday is Barbie and Ken Day. We're going to pink out the campus, and you can be your favorite Barbie and say, hi, Barbie, all day. And of course, Ken too. Thursday, we have Bring a Floaty to School Day. Bring your favorite pool toy to school. And Friday is Scary Spirit Day. So be a fanatic for Westport to cheer on our football team for the homecoming game that evening. So every year we have different students, which brings different energy to the school. Their creativity makes it different every year. Student council officers work really hard with their class to come up with days that everyone will get excited about. And so the participation of both students and staff makes it different and wonderful every year.
Thank you, Ms. Neal. I'm so excited to see how homecoming goes this year. And now to Daniel with his flash drive.
So with the new and improved Spider-Man coming up, people would have to ask, you know, I wish there was a guy who would review that and give all of his thoughts and opinions on it and just give the most detailed research on it. And you know what? I'm not here to deliver at all. We're talking about Lies of P, which is a Dark Souls-like game that focuses on Pinocchio. That's right. You know that movie you watched when you were like 5? Yeah, it's a game now. In all seriousness, though, it does take an interesting take on how the Pinocchio story, like, they obviously changed a lot of things considering that, one, the puppets didn't kill anyone before. But the second thing is that there's actually a couple of different endings depending on what you do. One of the main characteristics that your character has is that it's a puppet who is able to lie, because as you know in Pinocchio, puppets aren't, like, allowed to lie that much, right? So this one is allowed to lie, and depending, you'll get different prompts that will say you can lie or tell the truth. And depending on which one you choose, later down the road, it'll alter your ending. So you can get a lying ending, you can get a truth ending, or there's the main story one with, you know, Geppetto as the father and meeting all these different characters. And it's just really fun. But we're not really here for the story, we're here for the gameplay of things. The gameplay of things has a nice parry system taking on things like Fallen Order or Sekiro if you ever played it, but it's way more forgiving and less forgiving, I guess. You can't really spam parry, you have to do it perfectly timed. The dodge system also works very well. The one thing that does set it apart from other games, however, is that you have a weapons crafting system. Have you ever wanted to put like a bone saw on like a rapier handle? I mean, you can do that. I don't know why you would, because that's just plain dumb, but you know, if you want to do it, you can. So there's a lot of options you have for the weapons and whatnot. The boss fights are pretty decently hard. The only downside, if you're like, you want challenge, the overworld kind of small fry characters you fight are just relatively kind of weak. You can take them out, so it's rare that you'll ever die on the path. But the bosses, they're done very well. They have very good art too. But yeah, that's all I have for today. I hope you all did enjoy, and I will see you guys next time.
Thank you, Daniel, for that information. And as always, make sure you're using your alpha time wisely by using 25 minutes for lunch and 25 minutes for academics. Now to Naz with his video.
Hi, Westport.
We're hosting 2023 Community Awareness Group, the Nourish Initiative.
You can find us on Instagram at nourishflourish 2_.
Join us at our Purple Out today with the softball girls at 5 o'clock.
Our group is dedicated to raising awareness to eating disorders and healthy habits. We want to fight the stigma and end all judgment towards people who are suffering with this type of disorder.
Thank you, Naz. Let's also not forget to shout out our Teacher of the Year. It's Miss Brianna Thomas. Congratulations to Miss Thomas for being not only an amazing teacher, but also an amazing cheer coach. That's all the news we have for today. We are prompt, we're prepared, we are polite, and we are productive. We are Westport.